Hello everybody, my name's Stupid Ninja, and today I'm going to show you how to build my Tardis version 3, the empty Tardis. And it's pretty obvious why I call this the empty Tardis. It's because it is empty on the inside, unlike my two other versions, which are clogged up, and yeah. So this thing is pretty cool, so I'll just take this guy out. I'm going to click this. So of course it does have the hinges, which don't look very good, but these do come in blue, so yeah, that kind of helps it look better. But if you look on the back, you can see that this is all messy, which I do want to fix with future versions, of course, but for now this is how it has to be. Okay, so just to demonstrate this thing's first functionality, you can open the doors, unlike my other two versions, which did not have opening doors, nor did they have an interior, but you can open the doors, which is really cool, and you can actually put a minifigure inside, so that's pretty awesome as well. So minifigure actually fits in here. You could do this too, you could do something like that. I really like that I was able to add this function in, because it's very important that the TARDIS has some sort of interior, and now I finally figured out how to do that. Second functionality is these pieces open up, these walls, and so you can just pose those how you want. Then you can take these bits and move those out to get some space for the console. And that just plugs in right there. And that is the interior of TARDIS V3, the empty TARDIS. So that's pretty cool compared to my other versions, because they didn't do anything like this. And so I really like that this is able to do that, because it adds just an extra little bit of playability. Now, another thing that this thing can do is if you take this piece off, and just for simplicity, put these pieces back, you can come here to these bits and untab them, and begin his transformation into robot mode. What you're going to want to do first is just kind of separate these panels up, and then take this piece and just rotate it down, and then rotate that forward, and then take this, pop it off like that, then slide that to the center. And there you have one leg completed. Then you take these sections and those just rotate down and become his tailcoat, or just long coat. So just flip those back, and then these flip down and go forward and become the front of his coat. Okay, so now that you have the front and back of the coat, you're going to come here and swivel these pieces out. Just flip that back. Then you're going to take this piece, swivel that back, swivel this down, push this rod down all the way, and then there you have one whole arm. So you can angle that back a little bit more. So do that with the other arm. Just take this piece, swivel that out, push this down, take the elbow out, flip the arm down, pull the head off, and then place it on the body. I think this robot mode is really, really cool. It's very Gundam-y, I guess, and has really large shoulders, which I think looks really cool. Adds to the sort of all-powered being feel. He has this cool coat, of course, which I really like. It's the only way to really do anything with these panels, but the coat looks really cool, so I don't really care. Of course, you have the circle and the square right there. But yeah, that's pretty much his robot mode. Looks really cool. That is my empty TARDIS, version 3. So he looks really, really cool. Definitely very intense. But anyway, here he is compared to a minifigure. So that is an okay size. And here he is compared to Optimus. Whoops. So that looks okay. Something I forgot to show you is his weapon. So the console actually pops off and becomes his weapon. So that just pops into his hand. And then there you have empty Tardis, or I guess Optimus Time, or Rassilon Prime, with his weapon and in his robot mode. So yeah, that's his weapon. I think his weapon looks really cool. Doesn't do much transforming itself, but definitely adds to the look of intense Tardiousness. Very, very cool looking. But yeah, that's pretty much it for his robot mode. So now I'm going to show you how to build him. Okay, so here are the pieces you'll be needing to build this guy. I know these aren't all completely taken apart, but each thing is just basically a module, and they're all very similar, so yeah. So I guess you'll start with the body. It's really simple. You literally just take a 2x6 and then just add a bunch of these hinge pieces on these 2x2 modified plates. And then just a couple droid arms at the very top of that, just to hold the actual arms in place. Then you're going to take one of these, a 1x2 brick with a hole in it, and then a 2x2 underside plate thing. Don't know what those are called. Then you take a 2x2 reverse slope, and that'll all go on this piece, like that. And that will go right there, creating the body. And then you take a 2x2 plate, now it'll go right beneath, just to give him more durability and a bit of a stomach. Okay, now you can take this piece, which is practically just a hinge there, 1x2 there, a couple plates there for the windows, and then a 1x2 plate, and then a 2x2 jumper. And that all just goes right there. Then you fold that on top of this half pin, and it should be pretty level. Then you can build the head, which is just a plate with a stud, and a couple more clear plates for the face, and then just this 1x1 tile. And that all just goes right there, as square as you can make it. And then you can build this piece, which is just pretty much a 2x4 with a bunch of 1x2 plates on the back, just to create the illusion of the squares. Now you can start building these pieces. So I'll start with the legs and move up. So first we have the leg. This is basically the construction of the leg. Each side is the same, so basically it's just a 2x2 with a clip there, and that just goes onto another 2x2 to hold everything in place. Then you just take one of these pieces and place it on the inside. And so in Tardis mode, or Tardis interior mode, these kind of look like the roundels that he has in the Tardis. Anyway, then this hinge is placed inward and has one of these pieces on there, and that just turns like so, and it should situate like this. So this is how it should look. Then you can just take that and place it there. And so you should have something like that. So yeah, that is one leg complete. Then you can build the other leg. Do have these on the wrong side, which is funny. But again, it's just the same thing. Just a 2x2, more 2x2s, a couple of these 1x3 clips, some hinges, and yeah, and this 1x1 clip right here to connect to this bar piece. And that all just folds in like that, but you're actually not going to want to do that yet, because you'll do that later. Anyway, now you can build the middle piece, which is just basically the exact same thing, except you have a 1x4 right here to connect all the pieces together. So just to rotate that, that'll go right there, and then you can move that back and connect that to the 1x4. So you can do that again. Just build another one of these panels here. That again just clips right there and folds down, snaps in place. That's how that should look. And then you can build the top section, which is again the exact same thing, except this one is a little bit different because I didn't have 2x2s, I had 1x2s, so I had to build it like this with a 1x4 and then a couple of these 1x3 bar hinges and clips. So yeah, this one is different because I didn't have any 2x2 clear pieces. So yeah, but anyway, that just snaps in right there. And then the other side does the exact same thing, which goes right in there. And then you can build the arms. So the arms are fairly simple, I would say, not too overly complicated. It's basically just a 2x3, a 1x1 there, a 1x4 hinge. I can take this apart. You got a 1x6 spanning the entire distance, and then another 1x1 right there. And then you have your jumper plate here, then a 1x4. You could do a 1x2 there and then a 1x3 there, but I don't have those pieces in this color, so I just decided to do it like this. And then of course you have this clip bar piece right there, and then this hinge piece right there. So yeah, it's all pretty simple. And this collapses right in there. And then you build this piece, which is again not too overly complicated. It's just a 2x3, another 2x3, a couple plates there, a couple 1x2s, and yeah, that's the top of the Tardis. So that just clips in right there. You can build another one of these. When you line them up, it should look like this. And this piece is just kind of placed on reverse of the other one. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So this just clips onto the droid arms as high up as it can go, like that. By high up I mean droid arm. The droid arm is as low as it can go, and the clip is as high as it can go. So yeah, just do that, and that will rest in front of the light on the Tardis. It's kind of hard to get. It's kind of hard to get it like that because of its tension. But once you get that, the tension will not matter anymore. So just kind of just wiggle these in front, like that. And now you can close the walls. This is kind of hard to do because you have to hold your finger on these hinges so that they don't move or pop off. So you just slowly close the walls, close the door, do the same on the other side. And there you have your very own empty Tardis. So that's pretty much the entire video. This guy was really fun to build. Not very easy, definitely a challenge to get an empty box to transform. But other than that, I really like this guy. He's definitely one of my favorite Transformers now. It's 2 favorites in a row so far. So yeah, that is how to build him. Now if you want to know how to build this piece, it's pretty simple. Just this. Just a 1x2 brick with a hole, 1x1 brick with a stud in the side, a couple studs there, then one of these arm pieces, 1x2 brick, negative slope, and then a positive slope, and then just 3 cylinder pieces on one of these staff pieces, and then a dish piece, a stud, and a 2x2. You can replace this with anything you want. I just used that because it's simple and doesn't eat up too many of my bricks. Then you have another cylinder down here, and then another dish and another stud. That just goes on the bottom. Sorry, the entire time it was out of focus, but yeah, that is how that should look. So now, if you build that, you got your very own empty Tardis, Tardis version 3, and console. That's pretty much it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and comment. If you did not enjoy the video, then that's okay. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.